Hi guys, welcome to Healthspectra.com. Effective ways to manage food addiction. Can't you get enough of your food? Every one of us love food and tend to overeat the foods that we love more. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we gorge down food at an unprecedented rate. Have you been doing that? What is food addiction? Food addiction is an addiction to food, preferably junk and unhealthy foods. It is not just the urge to eat more, but a consistent desire of eating and craving foods that you have a strong feeling towards. But the question is, are there ways to control the problem? Understand what's holding you back. Why it is that it is becoming hard for you to end the food addiction altogether. If you don't necessarily have time to assess the problems restricting you, it does imply that you will have a hard time grasping the process of the food addiction therapy altogether. Maintain a healthy relationship with food. One of the main problems with people addicted to food is the fact that they can never maintain a healthy diet and healthy relationship with food. It is actually very important to ensure that you start maintaining a healthy relationship by averting the inclusion of bad foods from the diet. Cut down sugar and flour. Many might not understand this, but consuming sugar and flour is nothing short of like that of drugs and cocaine. Your brain functions around thinking it to be something correlated to cocaine, which further ends up making you get addicted more. Cut these two out for a healthier life. Identify the triggers. You can't necessarily have the urge to overeat out of the blue. There is going to be a number of triggers that could end up being a contributing factor to the same. It is very important to identify such triggers, be it social or environmental, and understand that the same is influencing your eating habits. Maintain boundaries with unsafe foods. When it comes down to explaining what the unsafe foods are, they are the ones that tend to inflict negative impacts on the body, or the ones you tend to reach out for when suffering from food addiction. If you find yourself binge eating some sort of food, it is necessary to ensure that you set boundaries with them. Eat regular meals. You wouldn't necessarily believe, but when you stick to eating regular meals throughout the day, it does become a lot easier for you to manage withdrawals. Consuming regular meals every day is also beneficial to maintenance of proper body weight and overall insulin sensitivity of the body. Come up with a plan. Find and research the process and learn about things that can be included in the process altogether. If you are finding it hard to stick to the plan, try and persuade and talk yourself through the process to ensure that you don't give up on it halfway through. Do portioned eating. Portions have been one of the most important aspects when it comes down to getting over food addiction. Having portion eating is actually quite beneficial in managing the amount of food one is consuming. When you train your brain to know that your limit is restricted, it learns to not go beyond the same. Have realistic expectations. If you are here expecting that you will end up getting over food addiction in a day, that is not how it works. It does take quite some time to make the body get used to the changes and then adhere to the positive prospects when you administer the same in the long run. Consult a professional. If you are here wondering what would consulting a professional do, it will provide you with a good perspective to work with. Consulting someone medically can also help you gain a better approach to the food addiction therapy for you to not just overcome it, but to also be able to not relapse into the habit. Managing food addiction isn't rocket science. It is actually possible for you to handle the problem altogether If you just make healthier choices for yourself, it is important to ensure that you have a healthy diet and stick to it throughout. Join our WhatsApp subscription for latest health articles delivered right to your mobile devices. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep yourself updated.